Try Diet Coke Exotic Mango.
Yeah, I'm hearing mango, but I'm not spelling it.
Coca Cola has tried time and again to reinvent itself and constantly come up with new and fun flavors to spice things up a bit, whether they're good or not. So let's take a look at the top 10 Coca Cola soda drinks ranked worst to best. New Coke.
Sweeter, bolder, better.
You're insane.
Now, starting off on a strong note, or shall we say a weak note, is the joke of the Coca-Cola family. That's right, New Coke. Anticipated by fans for its 2019 comeback, it was a major letdown on more than one level. Not only is the taste completely altered by the lack of bubbles, but the excessive addition of sugar just made it undrinkable for many.
That must be the sugar!
It was supposed to be this new, better, and reinvented formula, but instead it left people longing for the good old Coke they were used to. You know how they say you should never mess with the original? Well, maybe the folks at Coca-Cola should have listened and left our poor, beloved Coke alone. Adding a spoonful of sugar is something, but doing so 30 times is something else. It was first introduced in April of 1985, and the backlash was so great, the original Coke was quickly brought back as Coke Classic. They even attempted to cover their failure by renaming it Coke 2 in 1992, but that didn't last very long. The new version finally disappeared in 2002. Their latest attempt to advertise this overly sugary disaster was in 2019 to promote the new season of the very popular series Stranger Things. But sadly, or not, it was only on the market for 74 days. It's safe to say that this has got to be the least successful flavor in the history of Coca-Cola. So long, New Coke, you will not be missed.
I don't need you. I don't want you.
Orange Vanilla Coke.
Just eat the damn oranges!
If I say orange creamsicle, I bet you can already taste the delicious and sumptuous flavor on your taste buds. Now forget about it completely and replace it with the strong and powerful taste of disappointment. While some people argue that the taste of the orange vanilla Coke is compelling and totally adequate, others swear that it has a stale aroma of orange and a very faint, fake vanilla flavor. This is not exactly the kind of arguing you want going on over your new product. You want people to argue over how awesome your product is, not this. Needless to say, it did not reach unanimity in the Coca-Cola community and left most of the drinkers rather disappointed.
I am very disappointed!
And on top of everything, this product is so rare that it can become rather expensive, and for no good reason. Even though it has not yet been discontinued, this flavor is far from being the fans' favorite. Maybe this explains why it can barely be found anywhere. Exclusivity doesn't make a product better. Now, to be fair, we can't blame them for trying. They get 10 for effort, but much less than that for taste.
Where's my Coke? I need a Coca Cola.
I forgot the Coke.
Coke Zero.
There's refreshment.
Ice cold Coke Zero.
Coke Zero got its name for its zero sugar formula. However, it wouldn't be surprising if it was also named after its zero flavor properties. That would make even more sense. Many angry customers complained about the lack of flavor and the weird aftertaste which lingers long after you've had a sip. That unpleasant aftertaste probably comes from the totally safe and totally not harmful aspartame that is used to replace the sugar. When it says it contains zero sugar, you best believe they had to replace it with something.
Coke Zero Sugar. Have they nailed it?
Another bummer about this product is the lack of bubbles. You know, the most important part of a Coke. Coke Zero becomes flat faster than tires on a road covered with nails. Coca-Cola seems to struggle to keep a certain bubbliness to their drinks when experimenting with new flavors. It seems to be the #1 problem and the first thing people bring up in reviews. After all, half the taste is in the bubbles. Now, yes, it could be a great alternative if you're averse to sugar, but you still want to indulge in your favorite soft drink. But don't be fooled, Coke Zero is not the same flavorful and bubbly taste that you're used to. It might bear the same name, but it does not bear the same taste. Just because something has no sugar doesn't mean it shouldn't have any flavor either.
Tastes like a Coke.
Coca-Cola Blak.
You're the only one drinking coffee, right?
Yeah.
If you're a coffee person, chances are you'd be willing to try just about anything if it had coffee in it. Coca Cola Blak was the living and breathing example of just how far people are willing to go to get their morning kick. This was a fusion of two beloved caffeinated drinks, coffee and Coca-Cola. Coffee lovers were more than excited to try this new and original concoction and thought this would be the next best thing in the soft drink world. Basically, most people who are on board with the idea are the ones who have yet to try it. In theory, coffee and soft drinks together sound heavenly. In theory, yes. But in reality, it usually means a cheap coffee syrup taste and a heart attack in a bottle. For Coca-Cola Blak, that's exactly what happened. Let's just leave it at that. It's bad for you and it tastes like trouble.
I know you're in real trouble.
Many believe the product failed before it even reached the shelves, mostly because of the high introductory price and the amount of caffeine found in a bottle. Talking about the bottle, customers always complained about the boring and ordinary-looking packaging Coca-Cola Blak came in. Obviously, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but if you're already unsure of the storyline, an attractive cover can't hurt. They say some things should be left unsaid. Well, we say some spur-of-the-moment decisions should be left undone, like the one that was made for this drink.
But I don't want the drink!
He doesn't want the drink.
Lemon Coke.
Really? With my lemons.
Who doesn't love a fresh squeeze of lemon in their icy glass of Coke when lying on the beach? Or when you're out with friends on a nice warm afternoon? Well, that's the idea Coca-Cola was going for when they came up with Lemon Coke. A pretty standard and simple flavor that you can't really imagine getting wrong.
Can I give you one piece of advice? You're doing it wrong.
I mean, it's lemon and Coke. How hard can that be? Thankfully, it wasn't a total disaster. It's a recipe that's been done time and again and is pretty easy to recreate if you can't come across the actual Coke bottle. The taste is a bit distant and subtle, which can either be a really good thing or a total fiasco for some people. The lemon doesn't overpower the Coke flavor, but it doesn't really deserve a medal either. It has a rather ordinary flavor that disappointed some citrus connoisseurs. Nothing can beat the fresh taste of a real lemon being freshly added to your drink, and that's a fact. While Lemon Coke is neither extraordinary nor bad, it could have been ranked higher if it just had that spark and vigor that lemon usually brings. Overall, this is a refreshing drink, but it misses some zing.
Okay, Ma. Get your Coke.
Lime Coke.
You guys know what that means? It's lime time!
Ranked just a tad higher, we have Lime Coke, another iconic add-in to your soft drink. Much like its lemony cousin, Lime Coke is a pretty common drink that can be easily recreated with the simple addition of lime juice. This was already being done long before this product was created. However, contrary to Lemon Coke, Lime Coke offers a stronger and more present taste that just gives you that extra sour kick and leaves you more satisfied and content.
I'm satisfied.
It gives you exactly what you expect, nothing more, nothing less. It also has a less aggressive aftertaste than most of the other Coca-Cola flavors, which is another point in the plus column. People describe it as refreshing and a tiny bit better than the lemon flavor. While it's not the drink of the century, it's still tastier than the Lemon Coke. While many still prefer to add their own fresh lime to their Coke, it's still a nice alternative and definitely something worth trying.
It's not worth it, sweetie.
Vanilla Coke.
Comes in vanilla. Me, I'm a vanilla man.
Oh, vanilla, vanilla, how art thou so delicious. When it comes to classic flavors, this one takes the cake. Voted one of the best Coke flavors, Vanilla Coke had an on and off relationship with store shelves for years. It was introduced in 2002 and was then discontinued in 2007, much to people's disappointment.
I'm just disappointed.
But luckily enough, it was brought back by popular demand and became a permanent flavor in 2007. People just couldn't get enough of this sweet drink, recalling the taste of a classic ice cream float. While it may be just a tad too sweet for some, we still can't deny the comforting and warm feeling anything with vanilla flavor brings us. One of the great things about this flavor is that you can still taste the Coke. The vanilla merely enhances the sweetness and gives it that little pep of extra goodness. A classic flavor perfect for a classic drink.
You stay classy, San Diego.
Cherry Coke.
Cherry. Cherry, darling.
Now let's get down to business and talk about the one and only Cherry Coke, an iconic flavor that's been making people more than happy since it's been out and about. The unique fruity hint in Cherry Coke is more than customers bargain for and leaves a satisfying and refreshing aftertaste that leaves people with a smile. Sometimes cherry flavoring is a bit meh and tastes fake most of the time. But not when it comes to Cherry Coke. Not too sweet and not too bland, it found the perfect balance between cherry and Coke without the usual artificial taste shenanigans. Some even dare to say that it tastes better than the other cherry-flavored soda that shall not be named. Rockin' it since 1975, Cherry Coke is easily one of the most popular flavors among Coca Cola lovers and continuously brings a little joy into our lives. Never overpowering, it's a simple yet totally unexpected flavor that goes well with just about anything. But wait, there's more. This is not the only cherry-flavored Coke to make a statement.
I get a Coca Cola. I'm sorry.
Cherry Vanilla Coke.
Well, it's Cherry Coke and Vanilla Coke together.
Ah, here we are, the marriage of two wonderful flavors. What could possibly be better than the union of two of the most popular flavored Cokes? Honestly, it's hard to come up with an answer. Coca-Cola did not mess around with this one, and they did not disappoint either. Cherry Vanilla Coke is the ultimate example of a perfect storm. The sweetness and delicateness of the vanilla mixed with the fruitiness and bold cherry flavor created one of the tastiest products in the whole Coca-Cola family.
Hey, I love Coca Cola, especially on a day so hot.
It hit the market in early 2006 and quickly became one of the public's favorites and quickly earned its status as a permanent flavor in the United States and Canada. Many are even quick to say that they prefer this duo to the original formula, simply because it adds that particular taste of exclusiveness to the already iconic soft drink. It can also be because that some people simply didn't enjoy the original taste of Coca-Cola. Say what? And the mix of these two flavors together gave them a completely new outlook on Coke. Even though it's a permanent flavor, it can sometimes be tricky to find depending on where you live. So keep an eye out during your next stop at a gas station. You never know when you just might stumble upon greatness.
Do you really want to live in a world without Coca Cola?
Regular Coke.
Hey, Bruce, you don't mind if I just take this last Coke, do you? Thanks, bye!
Okay, we bet you were expecting some new, groundbreaking, coming-of-age flavor you had never heard of before to take the crown, right? Well, to be completely honest, so did we. But again, it's not that surprising since we wouldn't have all these funky and unique flavors without the one that started it all. That's right, the original Coca-Cola. This is the only controversy-free drink in the never-ending best flavor contests because it is the best flavor. No argument.
What I'm making is classic Coke.
Unless for some odd reason you don't like Coke to begin with, but if that's the case, then maybe a different flavor is for you. Coca-Cola was first invented in the 1880s by an Atlanta pharmacist named John Pemberton. Originally intended as a medicine created as an alternative to morphine, it ended up becoming a worldwide multi-billion soft drink company instead. Interesting turn of events. Although there was that one time they had to alter some ingredients in the original formula for some illegal reasons, the recipe has stayed the same and always meets expectations. You can never go wrong with the authenticity provided by the one that started it all, the iconic OG Coca-Cola.
So, you prefer the original thing?
Stick around, tap or click another great video, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell to join our notification squad.